Hello everyone, welcome to chapter 2 of the 4-part video series where we question the efficacy of governmental assistance programs in the United States. In chapter 1, we defined poverty in the United States. Now, in chapter 2, we'll identify and define the most widely used governmental assistance programs in the United States. If any of this sounds unfamiliar to you, my name is Sarah Nold, and you should watch the preliminary introduction video linked in the top right corner. Here, you will find the purpose of these videos, a short description of who I am, and what you can expect from this 4-part video series. If at any point in this video you find yourself questioning the credibility of my information or wondering exactly what I said, there is a transcript in the description accessible via Google Docs. I encourage you to approach all these chapters with an open mind and to be mindful of any emerging bias, curiosity, or prejudice. Feel free to leave any civil contributing comments or questions in the comments below. Let's get to it. In the United States, there are many different areas of governmental assistance. By this I mean, one can find food assistance, health insurance, housing assistance, and financial assistance from the United States federal or state governments. Today, I will identify and define SNAP, Medicaid, and TANF. SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or more commonly known as food stamps, provides nutritional support to low-income families, low-income older adults, and people with disabilities. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, nearly 62% of SNAP participants are families with children, and nearly 37% are households with older individuals or people with disabilities. It's important to highlight almost all families that rely on at least one governmental assistance program receive food stamp benefits from SNAP. On average, SNAP delivers an estimated $133 to $187 per month to 47.6 million people, or 23 million households. While the May 2025 estimate for a family of 4 on a thrifty plan is about $993.06 per month, an extra $133 to $187 to help decrease the cost will always be helpful. To qualify for SNAP benefits, applicants must have a gross income, an income before deductions, at or below 130% of the federal poverty limit. Monetarily, this means they have to make $2,798 a month or less to qualify for a 3-person household. Additionally, all able-bodied adults between the ages of 18 and 49 are obliged to satisfy work requirements. If one is unable to satisfy the work requirements, they are only permitted the assistance for a short period of time. Additionally, undocumented immigrants and most lawful future immigrants do not qualify for SNAP or any other governmental assistance program. Next, Medicaid provides health coverage, long-term services, and support to more than 76 million Americans. This includes low-income adults, children, pregnant women, the elderly, and people with disabilities. Medicaid covers 2 in 5 children, 1 in 6 non-elderly adults, 1 in 6 adults 65 or older, and 2 in 5 non-elderly adults with disabilities. Additionally, Medicaid is an extremely important resource for many minorities, including Black, Hispanic, American Indian, and Alaskan Native children and adults. In the calendar year of 2022, Medicaid accounted for 18.5% of national healthcare spending. Those who are eligible for Medicaid include children in families with low income, below 138% of the FPL until age 18, people who are pregnant and have an income below 138% of the FPL, certain parents or caretakers with low income, most seniors, and people with disabilities who receive assistance through Social Security income. Some states receive funds for optional groups, including previously mentioned groups whose income exceeds the mandatory coverage limits. Seniors and disabled people not receiving SSI, people considered medically needy, people with higher income who need long-term service, and non-disabled adults under the age of 65 with an income below 138% of the federal poverty limit, including those without children. Medicaid is an entitlement program. This means those who are eligible have a right to payment for medically necessary healthcare, and the federal government is required to fund a share of those services. Although Medicaid financing is a joint endeavor between state and federal government, the Federal Medical Assistance Percentage, FMAP, determines how much each state will receive. Finally, let's discuss TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, also known as welfare. Created in 1996, TANF is a temporary assistance program for needy families with children that varies from state to state. TANF is funded by the federal government, and sometimes state governments will supplement that with maintenance of effort spending, which is additional funds states will supply to support their TANF program. However, states structure their own TANF programs with requirements provided by the federal government. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, these requirements include assisting families in need so children can be cared for in their own homes or in the homes of relatives, reducing the dependency of parents in need by promoting job preparation, work, and marriage, preventing pregnancies among unmarried people, and encouraging the formation and maintenance of two-parent families. The amount of cash assistance varies due to state discretion. For example, in 2021, the maximum possible cash receivable in Arkansas was $204, whereas in New Hampshire, it was $1,098. This, of course, takes into consideration the cost of living in each area. With TANF being a temporary cash assistance program, states are not permitted to provide cash assistance from federal TANF funds for longer than 60 months or 5 years to one family. Additionally, many states impose a lifetime limit of 5 years for users of the program. Eligibility standards for TANF vary from state to state. However, one thing they all have in common is a work participation rate sanction by the federal government for states to receive federal funding. Like Medicaid and SNAP, undocumented and processing immigrants do not qualify for TANF. After learning the basic structure of SNAP, Medicaid, and TANF, I hope you walk away with an understanding of how overwhelming it can be for someone using these programs to survive and support their families. Additionally, I hope you're able to see how necessary they are for families, the elderly, disabled people, and low-income single people, despite the hoops they have to jump through. If you found this information useful, let me know by liking this video. I look forward to hearing what you think in the comments section below. In the next video, we'll question the efficacy of the 3 programs covered in this video: SNAP, Medicaid, and TANF. Bye!